This week on Inside Boulder News, City files a petition to acquire Xcel Energy property to create a local electric utility. Planning ahead will be critical for watching the best moments of IRONMAN Boulder, and poets of all ages and abilities are encouraged to submit their work for the West End Poetry Contest. Welcome to Inside Boulder News. I'm Ashley Prill. This week, the City of Boulder took a significant step in its efforts to create a local electric utility, filing a petition to acquire facilities and equipment owned by Xcel Energy with the District Court. The filing will launch an important next phase in the process.
In August, the City Council voted to move forward with the acquisition of the electric assets from Xcel Energy. And that was based on a review and recommendation by staff after a thorough analysis of whether the city could actually meet what we call the charter metrics. And in essence, the city's extensive analysis showed that we could reduce emissions significantly, increase renewables, have a system that's as reliable or better than the Xcel system, meet our financial goals, as well as have rates that were comparable to Xcel's at the time that the city formed the utility. That included multiple scenarios, a lot of risk analysis, what if conditions changed. The council had a high degree of confidence that it made sense to move forward and that we could meet those metrics long term. So they directed us to move forward with condemnation. We went through a process of negotiating with Xcel. What happens in the negotiation process is we have appraisers that go and value the system based on what we know about it and offer a fair price. Those negotiations have broken down, and we therefore are now moving forward with the legal process to do that. So this is a big day.
The petition is also significant, though, in what it does not include.
At this point, we have made a decision to not serve the customers outside the city limits. We're still going to acquire those assets because we need them to serve our own customers, but we evaluated different alternatives. What we have proposed is the city acquire the system that serves, again, both inside and outside, but Xcel can continue to serve those customers, in essence, providing the power and billing those customers, but using city-owned assets to do that. And that is not uncommon in the industry.
The condemnation case is estimated to take 18 to 24 months. A copy of the petition is available at boulderenergyfuture.com. We'll keep you updated here on Inside Boulder News. On Monday, July 21st, the City of Boulder will be holding the first public meeting to establish a vision for the future of the East Arapahoe Avenue area. The area under review extends from east of Folsom Street all the way to 73rd Street along the Arapahoe corridor.
Most of the infrastructure, the roadways are not connected. There's significant amount of deficiency in pedestrian amenities or bike amenities. But there's also this idea that the area should have some mix of uses to make it more lively while supporting the industries and the employment base. We also need to bring kind of good quality urban place. So we want to look at and explore ways that we could actually bring the best of the western part of the city appropriately to the eastern part of Boulder.
You're invited to share your ideas and concerns on Monday night at the Avalon Event Center from 5 to 7 p.m. in an open house format. This will be the first of several opportunities for the public to weigh in on a community vision of East Arapahoe. The planning process is expected to take at least a year to complete. To share your thoughts online, visit envisioneastarapahoe.com. 3,000 athletes will be in Boulder to compete in the largest Ironman triathlon in the world on August 3rd. About 500 of them are Colorado athletes, and if you'd like to cheer on your favorite locals, you'll need to plan ahead. In order to see the start of the race at the Boulder Reservoir, you'll need to take a free shuttle from Boulder High School.
We found out not only through Ironman, but also through what our experiences are at the reservoir, that this is the most efficient way to get that many people to and from the reservoir. And so we're excited that that option is available, and it is free for anyone that wants to spectate.
And they're off, folks!
After completing the 2.4-mile swim at the Res, athletes will get on their bikes to ride 112 miles through several counties. They'll finish the bike route at Boulder High School.
So the stadium will be set up as a true transition zone. So there'll be a lot of racks for the athletes to put their bikes on. But this will be a wonderful time to kind of see a number of athletes come in and do that transition. Once they actually hit this transition point, they will make their way to the creek path and they'll actually start the running race, which will be a full marathon on the creek path.
The finish line for IRONMAN Boulder will be at 13th Street in Pearl. Pros are expected to finish between 2 and 3 p.m. and the final runners will continue to finish all the way until the midnight cutoff.
We've been working on this actively for about a year. And so city staff, police, fire, street services, a number of different departments and agencies have been working collectively with IRONMAN to make sure that this is the most safe and efficient and also eco-friendly race. We're doing zero waste. We're definitely encouraging people to actually come and use their bikes to come to the race, and we're doing our best to make sure that not only the athletes but also the spectators have a tremendous time in Boulder.
For specific information about street closures and times, log on to the city's website. For course maps, parking, and additional spectator information, log on to IRONMANBoulder.com. If you live, work, or go to school in Boulder, your words could be part of the West Pearl Street streetscape improvements. The city is looking for short format poems about why you like urban life in Boulder. 6 to 8 poems will be chosen for permanent display on new wayfinding totems, which will be installed in the coming year.
The West End Poetry Contest is a really exciting way that residents of Boulder can get involved in the West End Streetscape project and the new identification of the West End. As a part of the Streetscape project, we're installing about 8 to 9 foot sandstone totems in 3 locations of the West End that will identify the area. They'll have the West End, but the greatest part is that they will have poems on them that have been written by residents of Boulder.
Children, amateurs, and professionals are encouraged to submit poems no longer than 130 characters, including spaces. Entries will be accepted starting July 21st through August 24th online at boulderarts.org/West Pearl Poetry.
We were tubing to work! We were tubing to work!
The morning commute was a little more exciting for about 40 people who participated in Boulder's 7th annual Tube to Work Day on Boulder Creek this week. The event started in 2008 with 2 friends and has grown every year.
Anyone that would like to tube to work may join us. So we have a number of people here that work along the creek and some of them that don't, that are just out for the good time. The idea behind Tube to Work Day is an alternative commute and a ridiculous commute. Have a good time on the water, enjoy some of Boulder's natural wonders and good friendship, and get a little breakfast at Broadway.
I have a special suit that I wear on tube. I have a special suit. These are special glasses too. It's because if they fall in the creek, then I'm not going to miss them.
My ensemble, well, the water can be cold, so I got a wetsuit underneath, and it's Tube to Work Day, so I'm wearing my formal attire, of course.
It is the best commute ever.
To join in on the fun next year, check out the Tube to Work Facebook page. Thank you for watching Inside Boulder News. Stay in touch with us on Facebook and Twitter by submitting news tips and questions. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe.